So we know comparatively little about North Korea's chemical and biological weapons program. What we do know comes from defectors, from South Korean government, comes from independent scholars, but this information is often dated and incomplete. This stands in stark contrast to we know a great deal about their nuclear program and their missile program, which we can detect with technical intelligence, either seismic information or overhead satellite imagery. So in the case of Iraq, where we conducted military operations without a complete and full understanding, we want to be very careful about how we think about any military operations in North Korea using the same rationale. So many people saw with surprise the assassination of Kim Jong-nam, the half-brother of the North Korean leader. He was assassinated in the Malaysian airport in 2017. What was surprising about this was not that he was assassinated with poison, because other regimes have killed regime opponents in such grisly fashion. But what was surprising was that the regime used VX, which is a chemical weapon, a nerve agent, and one way to interpret this assassination was they were sending a signal to the international community, we have this nerve agent in our arsenal and we're willing to use it. An important thing the international community can do to mitigate North Korea's chemical and biological weapons threat is to reinforce the norm against the use of these horrific weapons. That norm has degraded a fair amount in the last 10 years as the Syrian government has used chemical weapons extensively against its own population. One of the things that the international community could do is call upon North Korea to embrace a no first use of chemical weapons pledge, which would be consistent with all the other countries in the six-party talks who have all signed on to the Chemical Weapons Convention and the Biological Weapons Convention. North Korea signed on to the Biological Weapons Convention, but it is questionable whether it's adhering to it. It has not signed on to the Chemical Weapons Convention. Both international treaties would require essentially a no first use or a never use pledge on the part of North Korea.